That was Florence and the Machine. You're listening to Faces for Radio with James Evans,
Alex Stratton-Lake,
and Miles Poole.
And coming up next, we've got a song by Muse. It's Plug-in Baby.
Yeah. That was Muse with Plug-in Baby.
Now guys, I'd just like to take a moment, if you don't mind. I'd like to dedicate that song to a special person. Lynn Stratton-Lake, no relation. It was her birthday yesterday, so I'd just like to say on air, happy birthday.
Don't I remember you forgetting your mum's birthday last year?
Yeah, thanks for that.
Just thought I'd bring it up live on air.
Well, that's why I'm making sure that I've said it by saying it to as many people as possible. Well, 2 or 3.
Yeah, our entire listenership.
To be fair, I know a guy who did a lot worse than just forget his mum's birthday last year.
Yeah.
Basically, students aren't particularly great with their finances.
No.
So he's ringing up his parents. It was like, trying to sort of negotiate getting another £200 worth of money. Yeah, basically just overspent ridiculously.
But this isn't you again, is it?
No, this isn't me again. No, this is a friend. I won't say his name. Don't want to embarrass him on air.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, after having a long argument with his mum ended the conversation by going, "Oh yeah, great, and thanks for remembering my birthday."
Ooh. Wow,
Yeah.
not good. That's awkward. That's very awkward. Talking of awkward, I have quite an awkward story to share with the group.
Go on then.
I was getting off a bus. Don't worry, not another bus story. Well, it sort of is, but anyway, got off the bus, met up with one of my flatmates. We'll call her P. It doesn't matter. Her name's Poppy. And she was talking to this chap, and I got talking to him, and he seemed really nice. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think we've been introduced." And he says, "Actually, no, we've met twice, James."
Turned out that you were his best friend. I've been really looking forward to seeing you that day.
Yeah, he was due round my house, to meet up with me. No, that was pretty awkward. Do we have any more awkward stories from the co-presenters?
Well, what I want to hear is awkward stories
from our listeners,
which I think is going to lead into our first ever
Faces for Radio competition.
Do we have a jingle for this, or was that it? Was that it?
I think that was it.
Can we spruce it up a bit?
You can tell that this show's live, can't you?
I'll lay down a bit and then you come in.
Faces for Radio competition. That was it.
That was sick.
Okay, so what is the competition?
Right. Most awkward story
that you can come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we need Miles, you're going to be able to manage the text number and email address this week.
Oh yeah, the text. Oh wait, that's the phone number, never mind.
Right, let's get this right.
If you want to text in, text to 075 071 87777.
And if you want to email,
studio@radio.warwick.ac.uk.
Spot on.
So the competition is email or text in the most awkward situation you've ever been in, and the winner will win a prize.
A mystery prize.
From each of the co-presenters.
Yes.
You're going to win 3 things.
Which are very dear to our heart.
Basically, it's all pieces of tat none of us want to own anymore. So if you want that, then
they're not bad things.
No, they're good. They're just we don't want them anymore. So email
text in,
we'll send them out
whatever,
to you, and with your awkward situations.
Now we've got a song. This song is Get Cake, Wear Cake, Fly, I Spy. That was Get Cake, Wear Cake, Fly with I Spy. Lovely song.
Good song. I quite liked it. Never heard it before, but I quite liked it. I'm trying to be more positive this week, listeners.
Yeah, it's just a new turn, isn't it? It's
a positive week.
Yeah.
I've been accused of being negative, believe it or not.
No,
I know. We've had some messages.
We've had some messages, not related to the competition yet.
No entry to that thus far.
Right, first one is the message from a chap called Jesus. Anyone heard of him?
Never heard of him.
No,
so-
no idea.
We've got a mystery listener. He asked if we can have Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley.
Nope.
Nope.
Yep. No, I mean, we do listen to our listeners, but we're not always
Within
going to act
reason.
on. Yeah, we're not going to act on all of their responses. I mean, come on.
So, Jesus, no, you can't. You can't have Rick Astley. So this is awkward.
Sorry.
Saying what I think.
Is that? I think Faces for Radio, the first radio show to say no to Jesus.
Yeah, could be our catchphrase. Saying no to Jesus. Faces for Radio on Raw. What have we got?
Okay, so we go back to our competition.
Yeah.
Competition.
Still open.
Awkward stories, guys. Remember, you can win a
Not closed
prize
yet.
for each of the co-presenters. That's 3 prizes. So please,
A whole bundle of prizes.
so email in or text in. We actually had a sort of a little awkward moment when we came in for the show, didn't we, guys?
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Basically, the
Show before us.
the show before us, the presenter, a little bit of a cheeky bit of radio flirting.
Yeah. You caught this, listeners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, both Miles and Evs misheard this. Basically, said that we were lovely chaps and that we didn't have faces for radio. Unfortunately, James and Miles misheard this as saying that we did have faces
So,
for
we
radio.
came in quite
Ugly
angry.
chaps.
Yeah.
They do have faces for radio.
Yeah.
Shows what.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
was
so
quite-
you two
quite
came,
angry.
you two came bursting
Storming
into the
in,
studio.
not happy with that. So that was rude, and she was sort of a bit taken aback, I think. As you would be. As you would be, and someone would say, that was rude. Don't want that.
That's not on.
We've had another message, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, that was just on that subject. It says, Amy, the girl on before you, said you don't have faces radio. Thought you should know.
Well, there you go.
Put an X at the end of that message. Another bit of radio flirting. So
The fans are getting on it now.
They love
I
it.
can't.
Are we required to flirt with the show after us? Because I think they are all guys, aren't they? So
Not a problem.
Not
Not a problem.
leave all doors open.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Do you have an interesting news story for us then?
I do have an interesting news story for us today. I was thinking of a way to bring it in, but now you've brought it in by just asking if I have it, which I do. Yes. Speaking of cats, I read a story in the Metro this week, which was pretty mean, I thought, of a woman who had a falling out with her friend, and in a sort of revenge act, she had decided to microwave her friend's cat. Which was, I thought, was pretty cruel, for one.
I just want to say to the listeners that we are not laughing and we're actually quite mortified.
They're actually crying. They're actually
I'm shocked at this
weeping.
news. I've not heard this before.
Are you sure? 'Cause I'm pretty sure I ran the story past you 3 or 4 times before we came on air.
Wow.
The sort of worst part of the story, I think, is that her friend sort of backed out of it and said, actually, what happened is your cat climbed in there and one of your other cats turned it on.
Yeah, because she's actually being prosecuted for this. And so, yeah, basically her defence was, I didn't put the cat in the microwave, another cat did. Because that's going to wash.
Yeah, it's quite a ridiculous excuse. So do text in with your most awkward situation. If you've ever done anything as awkward as put your friend's cat in the microwave. Actually, no, probably keep that to yourself.
Yeah, but don't text that in.
Don't text that in.
Because we're not going to give you the prize for microwaving other people's pets.
No. Don't condone animal cruelty here on Faces for Radio.
Animal cruelty of the week. It's been a pretty constant theme.
It has, hasn't it?
We don't condone it. We're
But we have been laughing about it week on week. So
we're putting it to shame.
Where does that leave us? Yeah,
Yeah.
We're highlighting it in an ironic fashion.
Yeah.
But moving away from putting cats in microwaves, have you put any other strange things into
Do you remember
microwaves?
what I saw someone doing to a microwave last year?
Do you mean this is what you did last year
No, I
in the
saw
university
someone else.
accommodation?
For legal reasons, I saw someone else doing it.
No, I can't remember, Miles. Do enlighten us.
I'm a bit worried now that you stated that for legal reasons you can't actually be involved in this.
It's another animal, obviously. Go on, Miles.
Well, just CD. Actually, I'm going to run off a list here. You must
Go on,
remember
go
some
on
of these. CDs, bottle tops,
Crisp packet.
crisp packet. Actually, you put a full packet of my crisps in the microwave.
No, I didn't.
I'm pretty sure you did. I came in.
Tension.
Getting my last.
This is for radio.
I was so mad. Right. Soap.
Soap. And with the soap.
It just sort of swells up.
Because I know sort of electronic items usually sort of explode in a sort of mini firework display, don't they?
Soap just sort of like swells up into a massive soap.
And the thing is that people judge and say, God, students just sort of, procrastinate and don't do anything.
Wasting their time.
Kind of physics, isn't it?
I suppose so.
It's physics.
Me and James are sort of pondering the philosophical implications.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether or not it's ethical for you to ruin the microwave for everyone else by
I'm not
putting
ruining it,
loads
I'm
of
ruining the soap.
rubbish in it.
I'll tell you what's not ethical, putting a full packet of crisps of someone's in a microwave.
Yes, James.
Tension
And on that
Basic radio.
note, I think we should go to our next song. Do text in, listeners. Give them the number, Miles.
075 071 87777.
Or you can email in at studio@radio.warwick.ac.uk.
Beautiful.
What song we got coming up next, Miles?
We've got Mark Ronson with a cover of Radiohead's Just.
Beautiful.
There we
Put it on. That was Mark Ronson's cover of Radiohead's Just. Is that how you talk about a cover? Not really. Anyway, we haven't had any responses to the competition yet. I'm starting to get quite anxious. If you text in, you will probably win the prizes by default.
It doesn't have to be awkward. It could be like, I walked down the road.
I walked into something that I
car.
thought was a door, but was actually a window. You know when you walk into glass,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you think
yeah.
it's not glass, and it's it's fairly awkward.
Who is it awkward between? What, you and the,
You're in
the
the
pane
glass.
of glass?
No, people around you are like, oh, he's walked into a glass pane.
Pretend we didn't see that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm tempted to text in myself just so I can get a few prizes from you.
Prizes. Do you know what they are, the prizes that we're providing? Is it a mystery to you as well?
I think it's a mystery to me. I know what my prize is.
I know what my
and I definitely don't want to win mine.
I think we
love
haven't.
to win mine.
Yeah, mine's pretty good actually. You can watch mine on a DVD player. So that's a hint. So if you want to win something you can watch on a DVD player, do text in with your most awkward situation. Because, to be honest, I'm looking at the sort of rough schedule we've come up with in front of us, and we've got loads of bits which say, talk about the listener's awkward situations. And at the moment, none of you have had any.
Could we email in ourselves about the awkward situation which is about to occur when we realise that no one's actually taken part in our competition?
Or even listening to the show.
Yeah, I think that's legitimate. But in the meantime, let's go to our flagship feature, the Would You Rather. Time for the Would You Rather jingle.
Would you
Rather. Beautiful. Mars is going to provide the Would You Rather for this week.
We've realised we've been a bit negative recently, so this Would You Rather is kind of more happy, I guess.
Okay.
It's more of a cheery one than fighting ducks.
Because that always puts a downer on my day.
Yeah.
Right.
That nightmarish scenario we presented listeners with last week.
They must have been, scarred.
Right.
For a week. Right, here we go. Here goes. Would you rather have a clone of yourself that could just sort of potter about, follow you around, but can't talk,
Right.
and can do things for you, I guess? You can tell him to do stuff, but he can't
Sort
talk.
of run errands and
Yeah.
stuff.
Or have a pet dog that can't do stuff because he doesn't have opposable thumbs. But, here's the clincher, he can talk.
Right.
Right.
So you've got a talking dog
A talking dog or a mute clone.
or a mute servant clone.
We always have unique Would You Rathers, so please text in or email about which one you'd rather
Or
have.
don't, you know. If you can't be asked, then don't bother.
And we'll just talk among ourselves. Which we're good
We're good at that. We can witter amongst ourselves. We witted amongst ourselves on the bus so much today, I think everyone hated us by the time the journey was over.
It wasn't helped by the fact that I continued to advertise our radio show.
Well, it appears to no avail, because no one's listening. We can get away with saying absolutely anything this week.
So,
Which may
I'm
work
not
to our
going to take that
advantage.
opportunity
No.
because I don't know what will come out.
Yeah.
So what are your opinions on the Would You Rather? What would you rather have?
I think I'd rather have the talking dog. Much as I hate animals, I think that would be a big money spinner.
You wouldn't be able to microwave the dog, though, wouldn't you?
No, I don't. I'm not going to microwave the talking dog. No. I'm going to take it on tour. I'm going to exploit it for monetary purposes and make a lot of cash in the process.
That's Genius.
I like how you sort of went, no, I'm not a microwave dog, because that's unethical. But I'm going to do it.
I am going to make it work bloody hard to earn its pay.
Earn its
Not
keep.
quite sure if I can actually say that on air. Apologise to any listeners who may have been offended by my use of bad language.
I think it's fine.
That's it. We're off there. This is the last one, guys. This is the last show ever. Basis for Radio.
Going out with a
Text
bang.
in now. Do you want a clone that can't talk but does your stuff for you, or do you want a talking dog? Text in because this is your last chance.
Ed's just literally being pulled away by hot regulators as we speak.
Yeah, not appropriate for a 9 AM radio show.
Alec, what do you think?
I would feel bad myself if I basically made a mute clone of myself run errands for me.
Really?
I mean, the fact that he wouldn't be able to sort of complain or anything would make it...
No, hang on. You can write it down.
That's
You can have a complaints box.
Okay, I'll take the mute clone.
Okay.
Well,
I've got the talking dog, you've got the mute clone. We can cooperate, and together we can rule the galaxy. I don't think that's an exaggeration.
I've heard that's what it takes. So you went in a dog.
What do you get when you combine
a mute clone and a talking dog, rulers of the galaxy.
Makes sense. It all adds up. It's logical.
That is brilliant, and I think that leads us in to our next song, because this song is about having a gun, and if you've got a gun, you can do just about anything.
Including ruling the galaxy. Here we go. Here's Noel Gallagher. If I had a gun.
And that was Noel Gallagher with If I Had a Gun.
Good song, good song. We've played some fantastic music this week, haven't we?
Don't want to blow our own trumpets, but we're on
Yes.
fire.
Yes.
It's all good. We've had some responses, haven't we?
Finally had a response or two. Right. First one. Awkward story. This is a good one, this one.
Okay.
This morning, on the bus, there are 3 guys who just would not shut up about their radio show, even though it was 8 AM and everyone wanted to go back to sleep.
That is awkward.
Wonder who they were.
I would have said something.
Yeah.
I would have said.
What I want to say is, I'm relieved because we were doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So thank
Lucky
God
we went
yeah.
on the same bus.
Yeah, luckily there was someone else who was doing it who distracted all the attention away from us.
Yeah. Whew. Close call, guys. Close call. We could have alienated a number of potential fans on that bus, but thankfully someone else did it for us.
That was a good one. So, so far,
We've had another awkward story, haven't we?
we've had another awkward story.
From, well, I don't know if she wants to be identified, but it is Poppy, and she's talked about the fact that someone in her accommodation last year poured away someone else's milk.
half a bottle of someone else's milk just because they didn't have room for their own bottle in the fridge.
Ooh, that's awkward.
That is awkward.
That's awkward.
I'd just like to point out that was James throwing away my milk.
It's
Hang on a sec, all the awkward stories involve us. Who are we supposed to give the prize to?
I think their listeners are just trying to give us the prize for the fantastic work we've been doing over the past few weeks. I think that's fair to say.
Right, yeah.
Any more texts in?
We've had one. Yeah.
Oh, is this about the Would You Rather?
We've had a response to the Would You Rather as well. It says, my clone can do all my dirty work and make it out as being me. It can pretend I've lost my voice.
That's good. Shows up to seminars,
Boom, boom,
lectures,
boom.
that sort of thing.
That was from your only listener. And I quote.
Oh dear. Well, we've got a new feature coming up now, haven't we?
Yeah.
We do. This is not tried nor tested.
This should bring the listeners in. We're using technology we've never used before. We're going to have some music,
Audio
going on.
beds
We're gonna have some audio
underneath.
beds. Pretty technologically
We've not heard them
advanced.
before, so they might just be completely inappropriate for what you're about to hear.
And they also might have talking throughout, so James will be talking over a pre-recorded voice. But oh well.
This is
our professional show.
James's cooking kitchen. Or James's cooking corner? What are we going for?
I'm liking the cooking corner.
Cooking corner.
This is James's cooking corner on
Yeah.
Faces for Radio on Raw. Okay, guys, It's the James's Cooking Corner. I'm going to tell you about some of the stuff I've cooked this week. I'm going to give you some amazing recipes you can use in your own kitchen. This week I had a toast sandwich, which is effectively 2 pieces of bread and some toast in the middle. I also had mince, which I dipped crisps into as a sort of dip. What else did I have? Marmite pasta. You've got Marmite. You put it in pasta, you stir it up, you grate some cheese over. Absolutely fantastic! James's Cooking Corner! Wow! That was it. That was it.
That was wonderful. That's definitely a regular feature. Right.
Well, I hope that's provided some practical advice to
That's a lot to
students.
take in there. Okay.
Alex now on
Advice
the
to
floor.
students.
He fell on the floor.
Okay. First things
I like
first.
this audio bed. It sounds like we're a sort of happening show. It's still going on, isn't it? It's still
Yeah,
there.
very quietly in the background. I can turn it up a little bit.
It's sort of like we're Radio 1 or something. Alex, we've lost Alex. We've clearly lost Alex. We've got another awkward story coming, Miles. Why don't you check it out and, and see what it is? I'll keep
talking while I read.
I'll keep providing some excellent radio whilst you digest that story. So, these politicians. Oh, what are they up to? Oh, can't stand them. Oh, really annoying. Oh,
You know what you should do?
Yeah,
Set up a tent on Warwick campus.
that's a great idea.
We
That's
could start a
great-
movement or
We
something.
could start a movement.
What could it be called?
Call it Live Inside Warwick. We call it Live on Warwick. Occupy Warwick. Oh,
brilliant.
bam! In there. Excellent radio on Faces for Radio. Miles, what's the story?
We've got 2 stories here from Mr. Calvin Adams.
Yeah.
Either the story where he almost urinated in someone's bed, someone we don't know.
Right.
Well, hang on a sec. Was the other person in the bed at the time?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Wow.
we don't know these people.
No, we do know them, don't we? Though.
Yeah, we do.
It was really awkward.
Which is hilarious. Or the other story, this is probably the more awkward one. I was seeing this girl once, didn't particularly like her that much, so stopped replying to her texts, etc. Then, at a mutual friend's party, after a lot of drinks, I told her that I'd stopped talking to her because I had commitment issues. It gets worse. A few weeks later, I was in a busy pub with a friend, queuing for a drink. He then made a joke about this girl. Laughing, I then spilt my drink over the person in front of me. She turned around and I apologised. However, before she turned back, she did a double take. It was a girl I had told I had commitment issues, and my friend had just joked about.
Wow. Ooh, that is gold. That is our number
That's
one awkward
gold.
story so far. Calvin Adams, congratulations.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not giving the prize away yet. It's not the end of the show, so do keep texting in. But
That is pretty... You've got to up your game, you listeners. I was going to say viewers, not viewers.
Well, we do have a sketchy webcam.
Yeah,
Sort of,
if you'd like to.
if you definitely
like
like
to
to view
watch.
that for some reason. Actually, I've been reminded of one of my own awkward stories.
oh, go on.
Yeah?
Yeah. Basically, it was just the first year I was living on campus, and we were going out for a night out, and I'd forgotten something, so went back into Roots. I went into the wrong block. Now, I mean, all of Roots looks the same, right? All the corridors, it's just like mirrored images of each other.
Would it be fair to say that before you went out, you had a lot of fizzy pop?
It was, yeah, I was quite hyped on sugar.
Yeah, a lot of fizzy pop before going out that night.
And basically, I went into what I thought was my room, and someone else was in my bed.
All right.
So I basically went in. I was a little cross.
No.
I can imagine.
Yeah, because someone
No.
obviously
Yeah,
was in my
Someone's
bed.
in your bed.
No.
So I asked them to leave
No.
pleasantly.
Mm.
They looked very confused. So I got a little bit more angry because obviously they were in my room until I looked around and realised I was in someone else's room, and I tried to chuck them out because I thought it was my room,
Oh.
which was very awkward.
that
And I
is
left.
pretty
And I
awkward.
left swiftly afterwards.
Wow.
Have you seen this person since?
I have not, thankfully.
Oh, that's lucky. Wow.
That would have.
That would be awkward.
That's awful.
Can we go back to your cookery thing?
No, we can't. There's no going back to that.
Question some of your recipes.
Right, go on.
Marmite pasta.
Delicious.
Yeah. Is that just pasta with a spoonful of Marmite?
If you're feeling really Jamie Oliver, then you can add a bit of black pepper and some cheese.
That sounds Yeah.
Interesting. A family recipe is
Yeah.
Marmite tea.
Oh no.
Basically,
Don't
you get this is even more simple than the Marmite pasta recipe.
I think I can guess.
You get a spoonful of Marmite, chuck it in a mug, get some boiling water, chuck that in a mug, stir it, and you've got some Marmite tea.
Wow.
So it's just boiling Marmite diluted, basically.
Well, I suppose you'll either love it or you hate it, won't you?
Wow, brilliant.
That was
I'm
just
pretty sure you can only hate.
Well, you say it's a family recipe as if it's been passed down generations, as if this is something that
what the
the
Stratton-Lakes
Stratton-Lakes
are
have
known
made
for.
their fortune on.
You can either hate it or think it's at best meh. A little bit.
No. Actually, I read a story this week. A Marmite lorry collapsed and spilled Marmite all over a sort of A
I
road.
think it was, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. So Marmite lovers would have been going crazy, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Just sort of been driving straight to the incident.
Otherwise, you'd be just annoyed by the congestion. I guess in that scenario, you'd either love it or you'd hate it.
How many times are we going to make that joke?
Okay, I'm saying now that we
Never
are
again.
Not, we are not saying that
On this
Never
show.
again. On this show. We can't
Next
say.
week. We'll say it next week.
We can't rule anything out for next week. In case we run out of ideas and we're just
Yeah.
filling up time.
And if any of the listeners text in about awkward Marmite-related stories, then we're going to have to make the joke again, and be that on your own back if you do text in with Marmite-related stories. Have we got another song?
I think we've got. Well, we do have a song, but this song features our overplayed song of the week.
Oh, right. We
It's
probably
a good
need a
one.
jingle for this then, don't we?
Oh, I'm not doing another one. Not after last time.
All right.
You do it.
I'll take this. I'll take this
up
challenge on. So this is our overplayed song of the week jingle.
Yeah.
I'm just preparing myself for. Overplayed song of the week on Faces for Radio.
I had a real fear you were going to carry on singing.
I can do it for the rest of the show if you like.
We could record that and play it over and over again. Then that would be the overplayed song of the show.
That's a terrible idea.
Okay, right. The idea for the feature for new listeners and people with very short memories is we're going to play a song which is been
Very
overplayed
overplayed.
an awful lot, and basically after the song we're going to discuss, and listeners please text in or email in your opinions on whether you enjoyed the song more when you first heard it or after you've heard it a million times on our radio show.
Yeah.
So
I still think that this is only going to go one way, and we've been doing it now. This is what, the fourth week or
I know,
the third
but we
week?
always think we're going to hate it, but we end up always saying, yeah, we really like that song.
That's because we're so
It's
fickle,
probably,
though,
it's
aren't
probably one
we?
of the few songs we're positive about on the whole show.
Yeah, it's the one we've heard 1,000 times. The song this week is.
Shall we,
Do you want to?
No, let's not tell them.
introduce it?
Let's let them listen to it. And now
Work it out for themselves.
see if they know it. You might not know it.
You will know it.
You will know it. This song is our overplayed song of the week.
And that was Killers with Mr. Brightside.
I'd just like to inform listeners that whilst that song was on, Alec was rather studiously taking a look at the schedule we've come up with for today's show. He sort of stared down at it and went, "Oh, we're not playing Mr. Brightside, are we? Can't we play something more like what we've got at the moment?" No, he didn't go that far, but we were actually playing the song he was complaining about.
So I don't know if I'm going to be able to discuss whether I like this on the first hearing it or after I've heard it a million times.
they're the
This
same
pretty much
thing.
is the first time I've heard the song. So
Wow.
Well, that was an oversight in our planning, wasn't it? Because Miles is doing the buttons. You've never heard this song, and it's just left to me to pick up the slack. And now I'm nervous and I don't know what to say.
I've got an opinion.
Oh, go on.
we don't really want to hear
You're
it.
just
but
supposed to
you
do the
must.
buttons, Miles. All right? You're not supposed to contribute. All right? Just go on, get it out then. Go on.
No.
All right.
No,
We've been
I'm
Faces
gonna-
Radio.
No, I'm going to say my opinion. I like this song still. I think I like it more now because I know it. The first time.
It does seem like that's a rather generic response for any song that we played on Overplayed Song of the Week.
Yeah, but I haven't got sick of it, is what I mean.
Okay, well that's good. No, I actually like it quite a lot because it reminds me of sort of a period of my life a couple of years ago when this song was.
This wasn't when you were being bullied.
No, I was not. Oh, I was not bullied in sixth form. Well, apart from by you.
Cheers.
So
There we go.
yeah, it reminds me of that period.
It reminds me of Guitar Hero.
Irrelevant. Just can we fade you out? We've had some amazing feedback for James's Cookery Corner from the co-presenters. No one's texted in.
I love it. We have got a message.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah.
Good Housekeeping has teamed up with Orion Books to launch the magazine's first ever novel competition. Man, that's awkward.
Carry on. There's more to it.
Full details are contained in the release below, but please let me know if you need any further information. Thanks, Robin.
Well, I can only wish their competition more success than our competition.
They've probably got better prizes than.
Well, the listeners don't know what our mystery prizes are, so there's no way they could. Yeah,
They could judge. So
yeah.
please text in or email
With your awkward situations. Once
We are literally about to discuss who's won the competition.
we've run out of songs to play.
I've got another awkward story.
Oh, go on! It's a fight for the title.
We went to a posh pizza restaurant with our 3 children, paid the bill while our prim and proper son went to the toilet, then told him we were doing Wait, got to change to the next message. Told him we were doing the runner. He was horrified, quite awkward, leaving him sitting there. That's funny.
Oh, that would be funny if it wasn't my parents texting in and they hadn't done it to me. And I was running through my mind. I had this whole get out to the waiter and the waitress, how I came from a dismal family and I hated my parents. And I couldn't apologise enough.
That's pretty awkward.
That is awkward, but I don't know if it beats Calvin's awkward story about spilling beer on the woman he ignored and made a joke about her right next to her.
I don't know.
Shall we give the prize?
Should we crown a winner? Have we got like a sound effect? Of course we haven't.
No.
No.
Right.
Should we put on a bed for the announcement of the winner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do that? I'll take the audio all
Chilled?
down.
Which one? Chilled?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play
get
chilled.
out.
This is our chilled bed.
Oh yeah. You're listening to Faces Radio. This isn't going to work. This isn't.
No, this is
Oh! We got a winner. And the winner to the
I
Faces
think we
Radio.
all agree. The winner has got to be Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin Adams,
Well
you
done,
have
you've
won
taken
our
the prize.
competition. Congratulations.
Well done, Calvin. Well done.
Should we tell them what the prize is?
And it's
Yeah.
it's time to reveal
Right.
the prizes. So we'll go round. James, what is your prize?
Well, for providing us with your awkward story, Calvin, you're going to be walking away with a DVD of Cocoon. Never seen it before, but it looks quite rubbish. It's a Woolworths Worth It Value DVD.
I'm sorry. What's it about?
No idea. Didn't bother watching it. Miles, what are you going to be providing?
I'm going to be providing a book and a CD, 2 prizes in one, that I got given in the SU last week. Of course, you can put the CD in the microwave if you wish.
That's an alternative
And
use
use
for
the
it.
book as a doorstop.
And when you have done that, text in
Text
about
in,
how you
let us
have
know.
put it
Text
in.
in next week for your experiences.
Give us something to talk about.
Alec, what amazing prize are you going to be providing the listeners with?
Listeners, I am giving away
Grand prize.
my very own value pregnancy test.
Wow.
Calvin, they're all going to be yours.
Congratulations. We'll get those to you if you provide us with an address. I mean, you live with 2 of us, so we will just literally hand them to you.
Hang on a sec. The only prize which needs to be posted is the pregnancy test. You can text it if you don't want it, to be honest.
Right,
Okay.
so congratulations. There we go.
Let's end this bed now. It
Yeah.
sounds ridiculous.
Okay. How do we stop the? Turn it down.
Yeah.
I turned it down. Right, our last song. This is our final song. You've been listening to Faces Radio.
You've been listening to Faces Radio. We've been listening to ourselves ramble on for the past hour. Thanks for listening. Do tell your friends.
I'm Miles Poole.
I'm James Evans.
I'm Alex Stratton-Lake.
This song we're actually contractually obliged to play, but I listened to it yesterday and I thought it's actually not too bad. So this is
That was almost a positive note we were ending on.
almost a positive review on this song. This is Noah and the Whale, Give It All Back.
Yeah.
Woo!